So guys, how about some tea? Do you like this note in perfumes? Well, if it's your favorite, then make sure to keep watching this video because today I got for you a review on this amazing tea collection that is by the Asian brand that is based in Hong Kong and is called One Day. So make sure to give this video a huge thumbs up, leave me a comment down below with your favorite tea fragrance, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And once you're done with that, we can get started. Hello and welcome everyone to today's tea party. Yes, we are going to talk about this exclusive tea collection that consists out of 3 fragrances and is by the brand One Day. And the minute I learned about it and saw these fragrances, I got so excited because I'm a big tea lover. I'm a fan of tea. I love to drink it. I drink zero coffee, but I need to have a cup of tea when I wake up and also throughout the day. So, you know, tea is like a huge important cultural element in Asian world, and it's like, you know, like there are tea ceremonies, there are so many different kinds of teas. If you have a favorite, please let me know because I'm always going through stages. I used to drink black tea with lemon, now I'm more into green tea, but sometimes I also love to have a cup of a fruity tea, and also I can't go to bed without drinking herbal tea. So if you can recommend me a great tea fragrance or just a great tea brand, I would really appreciate that. But today I'm here to highlight for you fragrances by One Day. There are more of them, but I first want to check out their tea collection, and this is their design. Very modern, minimalistic, sleek, beautiful. This is the box, and inside we have a perfume, but they're so difficult to get out of the boxes without breaking my nails. It's always a challenge for me, but I did that pretty well, right? So here is the bottle. It is really nice, and I want to start with Jasmine Tea because I find this is the most universal, the lightest, and the one that will appeal probably to everyone. So as the name suggests, it is about jasmine tea, and this is a very beautiful kind or sort of tea because it has floral element to it, and so it's softer and very, you know, soothing and relaxing type of tea. In here we have jasmine with clary sage tea and oolong tea in specific, and also vetiver with musk. So what I can tell you is that this is definitely tea on the floral side, but what I love not only about this perfume but about all of these is that how realistic they smell of tea, because, you know, although I adore to drink tea and I like it in perfumes, I'm very picky with my tea fragrances just because often if you see the note of tea, you cannot rely on that the fragrance will smell like it, because most of the times tea fragrances smell leafy, and that's not really what I want. I want to smell it of, you know, like brewed tea, and in here we have that, but it is softened by jasmine. So it's not like jasmine grandiflorum that has more of this indolic and really carnal, sexy, and maybe even sweet energy. It's more like jasmine sambac that has this green edge to it, and I'm hoping that I didn't mix them up. But anyway, as I've said, there is this green edge to the jasmine, so it makes me feel like I'm sort of having a tea picnic somewhere in the garden where the jasmine flowers are blooming, and that's a very nice feel. So for me, this is a morning to daytime, very wearable, everyday time friendly, very inoffensive, very beautiful floral tea that is mostly about jasmine and this rich green tea. So if you like that, you will definitely enjoy it, and even if you're careful with the note of tea, I think you will still really like it because it's just very appealing and pleasurable, just like a nice cup of high quality tea. But with that being said, let's move on to something very much different, and this is Osmanthus Tea. So the same idea, the box out of which is very hard to get a fragrance, at least for me. And there are two words in the name, Osmanthus Tea, so those are also two most dominant notes in here. So let me spray it all over me because I really enjoy this fragrance, because it is very, very hard to pinpoint it. It is abstract. It is very hard to tell what are the notes in there. But of course, Osmanthus is noticeable in here, and its scent is sort of a fragrance on its own because it has a very complex olfactive profile. I believe this is an Asian flower, and unfortunately, I've never smelled it in my life, but let me know if you did, just in case you're watching from Asia or you had a pleasure to discover it. But I know that people say it has this leathery scent, and at the same time there's something apricot in there going on, and I feel like this is that rich tea with a hint of a fruity facet. So there is a Osmanthus Absolute in here, and it smells really expensive. It smells of this super beautiful deep material. There is of course a tea note, there is jasmine and vetiver, so not many notes, but this is a very complex scent, and it smells sort of clean. It smells, you know, like you've harvested tea and let it dry. So it's not drying, but it is warm. It has this beautiful, you know, like fruity, warm apricot-y dryness in the background. You know, like sometimes you drink tea, and depending on the harvesting, depending, you know, on the actual kind of tea, you can sense and taste all these beautiful nuances. So for me, it is a little bit floral. It is warmly and dry fruity, and I just love how, you know, like grounding it is. So for me, it's rather daytime transitioning into the evening, very I would say elegant, because once again, maybe for some people tea and fragrances always recalls that green leaf image. Well, if you love warmer type of fragrances, it's like a pot of a warm, beautiful, absolutely, you know, like laid back kind of tea. So I really enjoyed for that. Absolutely unisex and gorgeous. But in the end, let's talk about the one that is so special that it got even nominated for Art and Olfaction Awards, and this one is called Oolong Tea. And to be honest with you, Oolong Tea is a little bit too strong for me personally. Let me know if you like it, but this is a very beautiful fragrance. Just, you know, like aside the tea note, it smells gorgeous because it changes quite a bit. So in the top there is bergamot with clary sage and a long tea leaf, and it opens with slightly woody but at the same time tea-like fragrance. So bergamot brings in freshness, clary sage is an herbal note, but unlike many other, I like that it doesn't smell of medicine. So it has this very aromatic scent and is actually often used in tea accords. Then it turns a bit warmer and a bit rounder because we have honey and jasmine in the heart, but for example, jasmine in here is not as noticeable as it was in the first Jasmine Tea we've talked about. And then there are two notes in the base, tonka with vetiver, and this vetiver gives the fragrance almost like a tree moment, okay? It's a woody, maybe even also slightly smoky, but not like to the point you would be worried that there is something burning, you know? And as you might remember, vetiver is not my favorite because most of the times it smells too masculine for me, but this is that type of vetiver that I can actually tolerate and most importantly enjoy wearing myself. So there is woodiness in there, there is this beautiful freshness. Bergamot is often associated with tea just because, you know, of Earl Grey. So just in case you're looking for this beautiful atmospheric, maybe even mysterious fragrance that will change, then I would definitely recommend you to check this one out. So I hope that it will win in the artisan category this year, and overall this entire trio impressed me quite a bit. So I know that there is a new one coming up, and if you would like me to review it for you in the future, then definitely thumbs up this video, and also like it if you enjoyed watching it and learned something new from it. Also let me know if you like tea and maybe you have a favorite fragrance, and just in case you need more inspiration, a couple of years ago I've already filmed a top list dedicated to the note of tea. Actually, it was a best of episode. So for more helpful information, check out the description box. Also, if you want to stay in touch, you can follow me on my social media, and of course subscribe to my channel and activate the bell so you will be notified anytime I post something new. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to stay tuned and smell good. We'll see each other next one really soon. Bye guys.